Graduated college, 40 years old. Father was going to prostate. Totally understand prostate. My father battled the same cancer.
Okay.
Went through a not a divorce, but like a breakup.
Same time.
Same time. And then you have $112,000 sitting on top of you. Were you working at the time?
I was working. I was working as an LPN at the time.
How much were you making?
Well, I remember exactly. 2018, I made $42,000.
$42,000 a year.
I wasn't working full time because the program is very intense. The nursing program is very intense.
Yeah.
So I wasn't working full time, but I was still working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made $42,000.
$42,000.
2018.
2018.
Yep.
Life is, you're going through an emotional situation from a relationship. You're going through an emotional situation with your father. You just graduated, which should be something that you should be celebrating and having a blast, but you're really not celebrating that because you feel the weight of the last 8 years, which is $112,000 in debt. If you could do it all over again, what would you change about those 8 years? Would you change anything? Nothing. Okay. All right.
I know because I say this all the time. While I was going, I've never liked debt. I never liked debt.
Right.
Even like I was saying, the LPN program, I paid cash. I paid $6,000 cash for that.
Okay.
And as I'm in college, I'm walking down the street talking to God. God, I don't like debt. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to go. And I can hear God say, keep going. I got you. Keep going. And I said, okay, I'm gonna keep. I don't want to, but I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. So when you graduated 2 years later, you're like, all right, let's do this. We need to be serious. Clearly, you've healed and you've moved on in life.
Not yet.
You haven't, not yet.
No, in the story, not yet.
In the story.
Yeah.
Still going through.
Yep. Okay. A lot of things were suppressed. And as I'm paying off debt, I realized something wasn't right. I wasn't able to experience the relief, the full relief that you get from paying off large amounts of debt.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to therapy because I felt like, okay, something is off and I can't identify it.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to therapy, and it has been life-changing.
Yeah.
Life-changing.
Hey, real quick. When you're feeling your best, did you know you can actually take on the world and accomplish anything you want and anything you set your mind to? But sometimes life can get in the way and you may start to feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up as the best version of yourself. That's where therapy can come in. By working with a licensed therapist, you can get closer to being the best version of yourself and feel more empowered to handle whatever life throws your way. If you're considering giving therapy a try, which I highly suggest, BetterHelp is a fantastic option. You see, it's convenient, it's flexible, it's affordable, it's gonna fit inside of your budget, and it's all done online, fam. Simply fill out a brief questionnaire to be matched with a licensed therapist, and here's the thing, you can switch your therapist at any time for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered and fulfilling life, therapy can help get you there. And right now, because you are my family, you can get 10% off your first month when you visit anthonyoneal.com/therapy. Again, that's anthonyoneal.com/therapy. You can get the link in today's show notes. But hey, take the first step towards a better you. Now, here's the second step. Let's get back to the show, because I know it's a good one.
So paying off the debt, the physical, and taking care of the internal, which is
simultaneously
at the same time, that's when you really started to feel better. And like not just the physical weight of debt, but now the internal weight of everything that you've experienced over the last few years. Wow. What was that process like of getting out of debt? I mean, I know a lot of people, I teach the debt snowball method here. Some people use other methods. I'm curious, what was your method of getting out of debt?
Well, I use a combination. I use the debt snowball sometimes I use the debt avalanche. I went through the process where I was paying off a lot of debt, but I realized I didn't even have an emergency fund.
Yeah.
So I stopped and I stockpiled like $20,000.
Did you?
And for an emergency fund. And then I got right back to it. Keeping in mind, all of this is during
COVID.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Why'd you put 20,000 on savings? I'm curious. How come you didn't put that? How come you put like $5,000 maybe, and then just put the other 15 towards paying off your debt?
Because the way emotionally, I felt safe.
Okay.
I felt safe. I felt like, okay, this is here, so I'm good.
Okay.
Now I can keep going.
So within 3 years, you stacked up 20 grand and paid off $112,000 in debt. You was sleeping like
Rarely.
right?
Rarely.
And you weren't eating out a whole lot.
No, very disciplined. Very.
Dating? Were you dating?
No.
No dating.
No.
Did you enjoy your life at all?
No. No, but you have to understand there's certain times in your life, certain seasons in your life where you might not enjoy it, but you have to do it.
Boy, I hear the people saying, I mean, she didn't enjoy not one part of her life for 3 years.
It wasn't all sad. Okay, let me be clear.
Yeah.
It wasn't sad for
Yeah, I feel you.
because you're seeing. I started tracking my net worth at negative 40,000.
Ooh.
I'm tracking that, but I'm paying off debt, right? So now the debt is going down, the net worth is going up.
Yep.
So although I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, I actually look, in person, I look like I fell off. I look like, what happened to her? She used to dress nice.
I mean, you look nice today. What do you mean?
Today, but I'm talking about during that process.
Okay.
I look bad. I wasn't taking care of myself externally. I wasn't put together, like my hair done. No, I was head down.
Head down for financial freedom.
Yes.
And what do you think? Why? Like, why would you, as a woman, why would you not take care of your hair? Why would you not buy the nice clothes? You're going to work. Well, you said you weren't dating, but you're at least out in public.
That's
like,
true.
I'm curious to find out, like, why, what sparked that? Like, I gotta go. Like, outside of the weight off, it was like, what kept you going for 3 years?
I wanted to leave a legacy for my family.
Okay.
I feel like I wanted to teach them how I did things. I always say you should have a witness to your life. Whether you're single, whether you're married, single, you need a witness to your life. And that witness will be able to help your family. So when I'm gone, they'll know, oh, if you're in a lot of debt, you remember Kira. Kira had a lot of debt. She paid it off. She did it, you can do it. So it was important for me to leave a legacy. Plus, I wanted my life back. I wanted my time back. I wanted to buy my time back, my freedom back. I remember what that was like. I forgot. I was in a rat race on a hamster wheel of life. I had forgot. And then I remember, wait a minute. When I first started working, I just paid bills. I didn't owe anybody anything. I want that back. And I began to speak it. And at the time, I would tell people like, yeah, I'm finished. And I wasn't finished. But it would just come out. And I began to believe it, and I felt it. The debt was gone. In my mind, the debt was gone. And it's pretty much like I caught up to myself, my future self. I caught up to that. So you have to know what you want. And you have to be willing to sacrifice things.
So good. So good. What were some things you sacrificed?
Dating. Time with my family.
But why would you sacrifice dating when you're the woman, man? You weren't spending no money.
Well, here's the thing. I knew I wasn't ready. I knew I had suppressed. I hadn't even dealt with my breakup from 2018.
Okay.
I didn't deal with it. That was a part of what I was feeling when I said something's not in alignment.
Okay.
I didn't deal with that. I was used to suppressing things. So here we are, fast forward from 2018 to 2022. And I'm actually going through the physical emotions of a breakup that happened 4 years ago.
Was that impacting some of your decisions?
I'm sure. Daily. Subconsciously, I'm sure. 100%. I would say, though, I am proud that I wasn't dating because I would have hurt somebody. I would have hurt someone. I had 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just now.
Just not dealing with it.
Yeah. So at that time, when I first started therapy, it was like it just happened. It felt like it just happened yesterday.
Yeah.
And now, fast forward, it feels like it happened 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. But that's why it's important for us to do the work and not just focus on debt alone. Because you have to look at the whole your whole person.
Yeah.
You have to look at yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally.
Yeah.
And your finances, of course. But you have to look at they're all interconnected. I thought, okay, I'm gonna focus on debt and everything will be fine. No.
Everything starts internal.
For sure.
I mean, even if you're paying out $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, everything starts internal.
For
if
sure.
the internal is not perfect, but in alignment, it's not going to flow out properly. And so I think what I tell people all the time is like, hey, before you really start doing anything financially, what is your internal response? What is your why? What is your vision? Are you healed? Are you whole? Are you healthy internally? Because I can give you the system on how to get out of debt. I can give you the system on how to build wealth. I can give you the system on how to make some extra money. But if you're not internally good,
for sure,
we got a problem.
For sure.